Hunua Ranges lie approximately 50 kilometres or 50 minutes southeast of Auckland City. The Māori word Hunua actually means mountainous and sterile land. However, this park is over 14,000 hectares of native forest alone, over 400 square kilometres in size, and contains over 450 species of native plant and many varieties of insects, birds and fish, so it is anything but sterile. It is also home to New Zealand's largest indigenous tree, the kauri, which suffers from a fungal disease called kauri dieback disease, so please use the cleaning stations upon entry and exit to the park. It makes a huge difference.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're here at Hunua today in the regional park. Just going to go and have a look at Hunua Falls and then possibly up the Cossey track. I'm just at the entrance to the overbridge from the falls side. We've just come over from the car park. You can see it in the background. So we'll go and have a look at the falls. Come along, it's going to be a good time. Not so bright and sunny today, but good conditions for a walk. Hasn't been too much rain lately in Auckland, and there's so much bush here. We're in amongst all the native bush, as you can see. Beautiful ferns, indigenous New Zealand trees and fauna. It's lovely. So we're just making our way up the track there to the lookout. It's nice and dry. I'm just wearing sort of sandals, but you do need to make sure you got some reasonable walking shoes. Summertime you can get away in thong, sandals, jandals as we call them here in New Zealand. If you get towards autumn and winter, then you definitely need some covered shoes because it can get a little bit muddy. Even though the tracks are awesome, you have a look at them. It's all metal, it's all stones, easy to walk on, so yeah, good. You'll see as you're walking along the tracks through the bush here too, you'll see some weta hotels. Have a look at this. They're basically little wooden huts for wetas, one of New Zealand's indigenous insects. And over here, you'll see these all through the park too. They're wasp bait stations. Fortunately in New Zealand we have some imported pests, wasps, paper wasps, I think a couple from South America, and I think there's another couple of varieties. I'm not a biologist, so don't quote me on that, but you'll see these all through the park. It's to try and control the spread of them, because what happens when these wasps mature and come out, they basically kill our bees. And our poor old honeybees are in decline because of these things, amongst other mites and diseases, so it's good to see these through the park. You'll also see some other little pest traps as well. Bait stations. If you see the bait stations, don't touch them. They generally have poison in them. That's to control any rats and vermin in the park. So when you see these bait stations, have a look. But don't play with them, don't touch them. And if you do, make sure you wash your hands. Just got to the falls lookout up the top here. You can see behind me waterfalls, beautiful. This is where I've been walking up the track to get to the top. It's a great lookout. You can see the car park, you can see the falls, so it's a great spot. Great for photos, one of the most iconic spots in Auckland for taking shots of any waterfall. It's great. Well, we're back at the bridge, back over to the car park, but we're not finished yet. We're going to go up to have a look at the Massey Loop. This takes you up towards the lake up the top there, Cossey Lake, and the reservoir. This is a huge catchment area for Auckland's water, so we'll go up, have a look up there. There are a few camping spots spread out throughout the Hunua Ranges here. Cheap as chips. You got to book. There are other trails where you can camp in other places, but the park, they do like to keep track of who's in here. It is a big park, so you can easily get lost, even though there's a lot of main trails. Also, because there are so many kauri trees in here, you need to make sure you stay on the trails which are open. The ones that are closed, please stay off them, because beautiful indigenous kauri trees they're in danger. You'll see a lot of them out here, but trust me, just because there's a lot, there's not too many in other places of New Zealand, and they're all under threat from kauri dieback disease, so look after our giants. Still on the Cossey Loop track, about 3/4 of the way up. One thing you need to remember here is it's pretty steep, there's a lot of steps. See them behind me? It's like stairs to Mordor, up and up and up and up. Not suitable for little kids. Probably slightly bigger kids. This bigger kid's getting a bit rough, so I'll turn this off and I'll give you a look downwards before I turn it off. Let's go. Probably hear the water rushing down through the gorge down below. Sounds good. Not far away. We're just making our way down to the bottom of the gorge there. Just something soothing when you're walking through the bush, listening to nothing but the sounds of nature and the sounds of a stream or water running through a gorge. Just soothes the soul. That's why I like coming out and doing these types of videos. Gets you out there, gets you in nature. See a few people on the track, but it's all good. You can hear it. Probably hear that. Yeah, gorge is just down there. So we'll descend and make our way across the gorge. See it. Cheers. Definitely worth bringing some food and drink out here at the reservoir, because if you come out here there's a park bench, picnic bench, seats along here where I'm sitting right now, so you can bring the kids if you want. If you want to come to this reservoir here, Cossey Reservoir, the best way is to, before you enter Hunua Falls Regional Park, there's a road called Cossey Access Road, and it's just before the Christian camp. So if you go down there, you can drive pretty much all the way into the car park area where I am now, and you're right there at the reservoir. Saves your kids and your sort of older folk and people who might not be up to walking 6 or 7 k's with hundreds of steep steps through the bush. Just save them a bit of trouble, and they can step right out and see the reservoir for themselves. Right, what have we got to eat? Something in here, something to munch on. Here you go. Beer sticks. Food of the gods. Got a couple of these to munch on. Here you go. Bit of an overcast day, but pretty good. Pretty good day. Definitely recommend coming out here.